Good morning, folks. This is January 19th, 2016. This is going to be my Back to Marfa video, and I wanted to let you know I've been busily making preparations to go out and see this for myself and get some better pictures. It seems Google Earth is now obfuscating quite a bit of it. For those who don't believe that this is real, this is photographically enhanced, and I hope you're viewing this in high definition. You can clearly see that the lines exist, and I believe this to be the face of Isis. I wanted to define skepticism because I've met a lot of people recently who seem to think they're skeptics. Skeptical attitude or temper, doubt. Skepticism is doubt. Doubt or unbelief in regards to religion, especially Christianity. Mostly skepticism is a kind of a religious belief itself, I guess, but basically there are philosophical skeptics who preach a universal doubt. But note, I can find no definition that includes the word denial. In other words, this is what a true skeptic is. A true skeptic is able to set aside his or her skepticism and accept evidentiary results, no matter where the evidence leads. This is a figure, one of the first figures that I found out there, and I kind of cleaned him up a little bit. I call him Nimrod. I was calling him Nebuchadnezzar, but I'm not so sure now after seeing a view of Mount Nerat, or something that Nimrod himself built historically. It's an amazing sight. Go out and see it on Google Earth yourself. But this is what it looks like on Google Earth with all the lines, and I've come to the conclusion that I have to work on more lines here. And I've also come to the conclusion that I really need to separate the sectional lines from the diagrams, and that may take some work. This is one of my new figures that I told you I was going to be working on over the holidays, and I want you to notice the textured areas. Originally I thought this was some kind of a pikefish, but I've come to the conclusion that this is just the arms of an alligator that are laid back as it's cruising along its lagoon. And I have taken care of alligators in the past, so I kind of know what I'm talking about when I say this looks like an alligator. This is how it looks without the lines. Again, notice these machined areas. They can be nothing more than a texture. This is enhanced, and I did it green because it's an alligator. This is one of the new figures I call a cockatoo or macaw. You can see the eye, but notice all of this machining to make it look like a feathered or even possibly a seahorse, but I believe it to be a cockatoo. And again, this is almost like fingerprints, isn't it? But this is what I get out of it. Is a cockatoo or a macaw, because it has a beak here. Now let me go back to Google, and I wanted to take you to that area I was telling you about where all the texturing takes place. Now this is a strange little figure here that I call an owl, and unfortunately it has like its own all-seeing eye here. But this is what I get out of it, is an owl figure. And this is the coat of arms of an ancient empire called the Tartar, or the Tartary Empire in Russia, that was totally decimated by the Romanovs and completely written out of history. But I wanted to show you what it looks like. As I get everything back up, you can see the texturing here. This looks like a rib cage or something. I'm not really sure. That's the alligator. But this continues. And it's obviously the same machine that did both of these, just different patterns. And amazing work, you know. This is going to be interesting going out there and filming it myself. But I wanted to show you that. And show you the whole area here is getting monstrous. I'm going to have to focus myself more in the Marfa area, and I want to complete more of this before I get out there. Again, here's the city of Marfa here. Google is trying their very hardest now to change colors, obfuscate, and make it cloudy, unless you go right up on it to see that there are indeed color separations on besides all these lines that make figures. I'm going to try to clean up some of this stuff and do more of the grid work, so it may take me some time, but this is all welcome back to the new year. And I wanted to take you over here to what I've been calling the Pyramid Book. This is for Mr. Gerald Clark. This is why I've come to think that this whole area is probably something that either is dedicated to Thoth, or Thoth dedicated this himself because of the Isis figure. But this I've been calling the Pyramid Book, excuse me, but the way the emerald tablets are explained in the emerald tablets is that they're hooked together by a particular kind of alloy, and this is an odd feature here that I found attached to this, what looks very much like a book to me. And I wish I could do curving a little better. But it's attached to one of these amazing sun figures. And it looks like this is a replication of this, or a smaller version of a book and a larger version of a book. Now, if this is a pyramid book, or how to build a pyramid, then it points in rays to this section here. And I've got to clean up the horizontal lines and the vertical grid and look more at the diagram. I need to do a lot more work on the highlighting. But I wanted to show Mr. Clark this particular, because I sent him this without all of the lines attached, and very hard to make sense of. I believe this is probably a face, because when you turn it slightly, it becomes more facially dedicated, but I'm not real sure about that. So I won't conclude that. But this, to me, is a dedication to the emerald tablets themselves. And I have to feel that this whole area is a dedication to Thoth, or it was done by Thoth to dedicate everything that he had brought into the world or seen. I'm amazed at the intricate levels here. Now, this I believe to be an orangutan because it's got lips. There's also a baboon figure here, and Thoth himself actually had statues dedicated to him as a baboon, mainly for his genetic work in manipulating genes to make the humans themselves. But I wanted to tell you, welcome back to the new year, and explain why I won't be doing so many videos is because I'm getting ready for my trip out to Marfa. I've already got my flight time, and I've got my reservations all over, from Sedona to Roswell. So I'm hoping to have a lot of fun, but look how big this area is. Marfa is just a small section. I'm just amazed every time I come out here, and I've come to realize that I've got to focus my work a little better. Thank you for your views. I sure do appreciate all the new subscribers and anybody willing to be a skeptic. I'm going to leave you with this. This is I didn't really show this very well in the last video, but these are all the images that I have found to date. There are more than 50 images here from, this is a triple figure here. Just amazing heights and widths to them. I'm sure people won't see it the same, but strange figures. You've seen my avatar. There's an African king, full figure with face. Nimrod. There's a face with a turban. I think I've showed you that. I think I doubled them up. Anyway, this is the Anu section. I believe that there are several mixed faces that depict the mixing of Anunu, and that's their species name. The key from Anunnaki is an earth symbol or an earth sign. So Anunu, the Anunnaki, were the ones who were left here who could not return to Nibiru. These are just things, stars, the stars of Texas, I believe. Of course, the cross, Tau symbol, Star of David, a Muslim crescent. I believe all these religions have the very same primary source. These squares are very interesting, and I did not list the structures that I've found to date either. I believe archaeologists really need to get involved out here. I am going to continue until I get some kind of credentialed authority figure out there to verify this stuff. And I'm going to show my work to the City Council of Marfa too, and leave everybody with as much as I can. Thank you very much. Y'all all have a good day.